The World Test Championship is now reaching the business end of the cycle. Only you may say about 3 teams are in the fray for the finals: India, Australia, South Africa, and to a certain extent, Sri Lanka. But even that looks to be very marginal, because when you look at it, India and South Africa are currently on top. They are the top 2 at this stage. Australia are third, Sri Lanka are fourth, New Zealand are all but out because they managed to lose that test. They need to win 3-0 versus England. That has not happened. But this particular portion, we focus on played, won, draw, lost, points, percentage points. PCT is the key aim in this. But there is one silent killer in this WTC cycle, and it also reared its head in the previous edition: overrate penalties. Now, look at this particular point: -2 to India, -10 to Australia, -22 to England, and then look at it: -8 to Pakistan, -3 to New Zealand. Only 3 teams don't have a percentage points when you look at it, overrate penalty issues. Now, just juxtapose this, because Wisden did an article about where the position was if you did not have this particular thing of point penalties for overrate deductions. And the result flips totally. Look at it. If Australia are number 3 with the points deduction, Australia go to the top with a 64% points this thing. This is without the overrate penalties that are there. India are in 112, they remain in the top 2 irrespective. South Africa slipped to 3rd. England, look at England, they are 6th, they will jump to 4th and are in contention still. Because if they win the 2 tests, if it was not for the points penalty that they incurred because of a slow overrate, they would very well have been in contention. The only team to have missed out in both the cases is Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka from 4th has slipped to 6th. Now, why is the overrate penalty such a big issue? Because in 2021, Australia were guilty of it in the Melbourne Test match, and because of that points deduction, it allowed New Zealand to go into the final in 2021. And because of that, in this WTC, we are taking into account scenarios which do not have the percentage points deducted due to overrate penalties. But now you may have to seriously consider looking at the fact that there are a total of 4 plus 2 plus 2. When I have to look at the contenders, you have a total of 8 tests remaining amongst the entire cycle. You have 9 tests remaining: 3 South Africa, 4 Australia in the series versus India, and 2 versus New Zealand, England. You also have Australia, Sri Lanka, but if the Border Gavaskar Trophy goes totally against one team, that series might be irrelevant in the broader scope of things. So, overrate penalties in 2023-2025 are proving to be a silent killer, and that is why when there is no overrate penalty, how dramatically the table flips in that sense. Do you think the overrate penalty is too one-sided, or do you think there is an even deeper issue in it? You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.